Right, we're a couple of days away from when we go to France, and of course, as all caravanners do, I wash the caravan before I go away. Now, I don't enjoy doing it, and I've tried many different cleaning products. The last product I purchased, I've forgotten what it is now. I purchased it, it was so good I've forgotten the name. So I'm going to wash the caravan and the car today. We go in 2 days' time. Today is the cooler day of a few days that we've been boiling hot, so I thought good opportunity to clean it while it's cooler. It's fairly early in the morning. So, Jenny Chem, that's what I was thinking of. Purchased Jenny Chem a while back, which was okay. It's snow foam stuff. It does, you know, it works as well as most products do, which is fine. But when I did my first show with Caravan Radio at Stoneleigh, it was a motorhome show, predominantly motorhome and camper van show. But during that show, Caravan Radio were contacting all the companies that were had stalls there, asking them if they wanted to do a bit of a promo for their product. So most people did. Now, one of the companies that came up were Muk Junkie, lovely couple, absolutely believe in their product, UK based. So he did their promo for it, but we forgot to take the promotional photo. So Mike said, "Can you run round and just do it?" So I run round and when I took the photo, they said, "Would you accept this from us?" So just asked me to use it and tell people what I thought of it. So they gave me a bunch of products. This one is the Caravan and Motorhome Cleaner, removes algae, road film, mud, salt deposits. So I'm going to try that. That's the one I'm probably going to use today. I'm mostly going to use today. But they also gave me this acid-free wheel cleaner, which actually I will use as well, because I like to clean the cars, especially on the Mercedes. Now, every time I clean them, I notice that I've curbed them a few times. I admit that I've done it myself. Usually when I've got the caravan in tow and I'm in a bit of a stressful situation, and you think, do you know what? I think I can do that, and you scrape the curb, and then so I've got to at some point get them repaired. But I will clean the caravan wheels with those as well. Then there's bug wash, which I mean these are great for motorhomes as well, and I think their history was motorbike cleaning products. But so that's a bug remover, so I get stuff off your windscreen. And last but not least is the toilet chemical. In fact, I'm going to smell it. At the moment, I'm using Sol Bio. It's a very acquired smell. I don't mind it, but I know some people that don't particularly like it. That's quite a nice smell, actually. A lot of them kind of smell a bit like bubble gum, a sweet kind of smell, but so it's made in the UK, and as it says here, this packaging is widely recyclable. So I will take this to France because we're away for 7 weeks, and I'm not sure the Sol Bio will last 7 weeks, so this will be coming along with us, as will the bug spray actually. I mean, I don't tend to wash it while I'm away, but bug spray, certainly on the car, and also, well, we have the front cover on the caravan most of the time, so that should be okay. And lastly, this folding bucket. So today's video, I will be teaching you how to clean the caravan. I'm not teaching you how to clean the caravan, but I think generally accepted rule is to clean the roof first. So let's clean the roof. I won't show you me doing all of it, I'll just show you the end product and me actually using it briefly. All right, so first thing you need to do is read the instructions, of course. It says spray it on, clean, try to shift some of the dirt with the hose first. I'm doing the roof, which is quite dirty. Spray the roof first, spray this on, agitate it, leave it for 2 to 5 minutes and hose it off. So exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm not showing you because I'm not holding the camera while I'm balancing on this step ladder. And so I just recorded a caravan hack top tip from Caravan Vlogger, but forgot to press record. So first top tip, press record before you do your top tip, then produce your game-changing caravan hack. Always remember to use a step ladder that isn't quite tall enough so that when you climb it, you're at head height now. So when you climb it, you can't quite see the top of the caravan, so you've got no idea what you've cleaned. That'll be an Instagram before you know it. The problem is, of course, I usually bring the caravan down towards the back or front so that the water runs off. But this time, the way I've got the stays, the EMP, see there, it's kind of slipped down behind that block, so I want to motor mover it back a bit. But of course, Mandy's gone off in the car and I don't have the motor mover. This is going well. Ooh. It's exciting, the jumbo jet. Right, it's about 9:30 and it's boiling already. Problem is, all my microfiber cloths are in the car, which Mandy's out at the moment, and which I'm a bit gutted about because this is probably going to dry a bit like stainy. If anything, I think I'm using too much. You don't know how much to use when you're first using a product, do you? So I'm going to keep on. I've done the roof. I'm not going to show you it. It's not the cleaner's fault. I just cannot be arsed. It's too hot. So I gave it a quick once over. Sides and the front and the back I'll do what I consider properly. You might not consider it properly. But it's going well so far. It does smell nice. Let's carry on. Can't have those Europeans think us Brits have dirty vans, can we? So I've wetted it, put the cleaner on, and then it's a simple job, as you know, no doubt, to clean it, wash the caravan, bit of elbow grease, the front of the canopy clean, gets surprisingly dirty, that does. In fact, I'm going to just wet this again because it has dried already. It's your fault. So I pretty much had to wash the caravan twice because of doing filming in between. Hard life. I've just done the roof and this is the first side, so this has taken me about an hour and it normally takes about 15 minutes. Did I miss any? Right, I think that's it for the washing side. Yeah, as you can see, there are bits dry on there, but it is clean and I will do something with that afterwards. If I had a cloth now, that's the best time to do it, but like I say, it's in the car, bad planning and all that, but I've run out of time, so just got to get it done. I'll share with you the planning software I use to plan this 7-week trip coming up next. So I'd just quickly like to go over what I've been using to plan our trip to France. So as I've mentioned before, we're doing 7 weeks in France this year. So I'll hopefully show you on the screen now the software I've been using. Now I found a few people have been using this. I've seen a few reviews on it and a few motorhomers using it actually, and maybe you could argue it's better suited for motorhomes, but you can use it, and I have been using it for a caravan, so I'll show you now. Just get it on the screen. Oh yeah, I'm multitasking. In fact, what I had to do, I had to pre-record the me using the app so that I could just talk over it now. In fact, I meant to talk over it, but I forgot to turn the mic on, so it's no sound. But I will do my best to replicate what I said previously. Was there any need for any of that? No, there wasn't. So this is WilderTrips that we've been looking at. So this is our French trip for next month. You can see the dates there that we're going. So once I open the app, so you can see the outline of the trip there. Right, so when I open it, you see on the right hand side here, you've got all the trips, the stops that we're making on our trip around France. I haven't done the return trip yet, but because we're going to book those pretty much when we're there. But all these are overnight stops. Now each of the stop isn't necessarily one night, some of them are several nights, but I'll go into that in a minute. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, so between 3 and 9 we're staying 6 nights, so if that makes sense. So you can zoom in here and look at it closer, and you can see there's an overnight stop on day 18 of the holiday, the trip. Sorry if you can hear a chainsaw in the background, new neighbours doing the garden. So to the left here you see the name of the trip there, French trip, the dates we're going, and then the days, stops, miles, hours, countries and cost. Now that cost is campsites as well as diesel costs, and I'll show you that in a minute. So 2,103 miles. Now, like I say, I haven't done the return trip yet. As you'll see there in the middle of the map, it's just right from number 45 all the way up to the north. So we're starting off at Black Horse Farm there. I haven't put a price in there, but you can. I have done on the French site, so that will be reflected up the top there. You can upload photos of the site when you go there, or you can go to Google Maps and have a look at the site as you see there. You can even book it from there actually. So that's Black Horse Farm, which is reasonably near the Channel Tunnel, which is where we're going from. So we see day 1 there. Day 2, we're obviously in France on camping au bord, whatever, £19.41. Now we worked out you could put it in euros if you like, but we worked out the conversion rate. So they see 190 a litre, which is roughly what we're paying most places, and we do about 21 miles a gallon when towing. I know, what were we thinking? You can change the map style if you like. Again, upload a photo when you get there, look at it in Google Maps as shown here. We've been to this site before actually, good few years ago, but it's just a one night stopover as you see. Then day 3 we move on to another site. Cost, you can put in same with day 4, and you see there I'm at that site more than one night. Now I think there might be a better way of doing this, but this is the way I did it just with me using it fairly recently. So as you can see that camping Ardèche, we're there. It's 156 miles from the last site. I've not seen anywhere where it work out the tolls for you. So there's £110 for 4 nights. 1, 2, 3, 4. See there? I'm going a bit fast there. Apologies. Then at Camping DuPont, we're there another few nights. You can put notes in if you like. You can have custom stop names, and it doesn't have to be an overnight stay. It could be an outdoor activity, etc. Fuel, and you can do this as you're going along. You can share it with people. I shared this with Mandy just so that she could look, put a password on it, and I might add it to my website at some point. See how that works. So that's pretty much it. Very, very early days for me using it. Now in the comments there's a link to this WilderTrips website and also a very healthy discount code. So if you're thinking of using it, it's like 50% off. So there's a code in the comments along with a link you need to follow. When you check out, put the code in. It's all very straightforward. On the way back we'll book sites and I'll update the map as I'm going along, which is really good. And also there you've got it, it's there forever, and it's really looks like a really good thing to look back on if you had photos and make it more a memory sort of thing. And also I think if you're a creator, I think it's useful to show in vlogs as well when this is what holiday I'm going on, this is how I'm going. So definitely if you've got a YouTube channel, have a look. Like I say, 50% off. It's an absolute bargain because it's a really good piece of software, and I've only touched the surface of it. And also if you're a motorhomer or camper van and making lots and lots of stops, and you can put in here, like I showed you there, places of interest, I think it's a really good bit of software. This is quality caravan vlogging. This is quality caravan vlogging.